We're going to play it so much you're going to get sick of it.
No, never.
The Tim Legler Open. Chris Paul, if he's gone, the absence, the loss, how do you even quantify it?
Can't do it. If he doesn't play in either one of these two games, or if he is severely limited, I don't think Houston can win another game in this series.
I said something, I don't know if it's crazy, but if I'm Houston and they see 50% for Game 6, I don't even bother, because I'll just rest you because we have the luxury of a Game 7. I'd rather you have another day to get this hamstring right.
I would do the same exact thing.
Same thing?
Yeah, because even winning in Oracle anyway, even if he's 100%, you know the odds of that. If he's limited and you take a chance now and he can't play at all in Game 7, that's a bad move. So I would be shocked if I see Chris Paul in Game 6.
What was his impact in the second half? We just showed some of the highlights.
Well, he's looking over at his partner saying, you know, James Harden can't make a shot outside the lane. He didn't have that look in his eye like this is one of his nights where he wanted it. Chris Paul took over the game. He basically just ran high ball screen. He got a switch repeatedly. He backed the ball out to half court, and then he just went at some big dude, typically. Even when he got Curry, though, he was able to get to the rim. He took over the game for just enough of the third quarter to keep them in it. If he's not making the shots he made during that stretch, Scott, they're probably down 8 going into the fourth, and it's a different outcome tonight because neither team really played great in the fourth quarter. It was the third quarter by him and the fourth quarter by Eric Gordon, who, by the way, we haven't really talked enough about, I don't think, tonight. They don't win this game without what Eric Gordon did tonight offensively.
I completely agree. And they don't win this game if Golden State doesn't totally bog down on offense. A lot of that has to do with Houston's defense. But as I'm watching this game with you, you're exasperated by what you're seeing in the Golden State offense. What is it? What is it?
Well, it's ISO heavy, obviously, and it's almost now that all of a sudden there's this reliance on KD. Just go get your mismatch and go get shots for us. That's Oklahoma City's offense.
That's not offense.
That's not Golden State's offense. 75% of the possessions in this game were awful.
Okay.
I'll just say that right now. It was exciting. It was close.
Yeah.
It's bad basketball. And Golden State came up small when it mattered most, the big moments. This is a defensive possession where they just don't get it done when they need to. We're so accustomed to it. Now, this is a guy that's 0 for 11 on the night, right? So you can't do any better than that. You got 5 on the clock. All right, now watch as this progresses. You get in here, you've got basically a rectangle around the one Rocket going after the ball. No one else even goes for this. You've got to get, Kevin Durant's got to get into his backside. Draymond Green's got to get this long one. Steph Curry's got to get here. Instead, one guy wants this basketball more than anybody else on the floor. And this is a 4-point game with 4.5. And why is this so big? And I'm just going to speed this up just a little bit because Chris Paul holds the ball. Here he is. He gets one of these switches, and here we go again. And again, defensively, I don't understand right here what Draymond Green is looking at. Right here, he's beat. So if you're Draymond Green, just come. You're guarding P.J. Tucker. Don't worry about that play. But for some reason, Draymond doesn't meet Chris Paul till here. And he gets this little floater off. Now it's a 6-point game. Now, last possession of the game. I got to stop right here, first of all. You don't
freeze it.
You don't. Yeah, I didn't say it tonight. I didn't say.
Well done.
Yeah,
well done.
Yeah, you might just say freeze when you want it frozen. They don't secure the defensive rebound on a free throw, okay? They fumble it. There's 10 seconds on the clock. If Draymond Green catches that ball clean, timeout, advance at the half court with the best shooters in the world. Instead, he fumbles it, then he passes it, then they call timeout. Now you're down to 6.7 and you got to go 92 feet. It's a completely different possession, but I still don't know exactly what they're trying to accomplish. Please explain to me what's going on over here with Kevin Durant. He's chest to chest with Trevor Ariza. Draymond Green is guarded.
Kurt said they wanted Steph to push it, so he took 2 dribbles and gave it up to Draymond. That's what he said after the game.
I know, and I also heard him say, we expected Steph to get fouled. You never coach to anticipate someone's going to foul you in that situation because it might not happen and you're not prepared to get off a clean shot. I think Steph Curry needs to push it right there, or how about maybe Draymond comes with a screen here and you got Steph with a live dribble. Klay Thompson is up here in this corner up the floor. And Steve Kerr, by the way, said he was in the right corner, which kind of confused me because as far as I know, that's the left corner. So Steve wasn't even really that aware of what the spacing was on the last play of the game, and it was just mismanagement. Now, Draymond falls, and maybe he gets the rim right there, maybe he doesn't, but is Draymond Green the guy you want catching the ball with a live dribble in that situation when you've got Curry, Thompson, and Durant on your team?
My thought was he would go as hard. I thought Durant would go as hard as he could at the rim, and if they didn't stop it, he'd dunk, and if they challenged, they'd pass and they'd shoot a 3.
Can I make one last point on Kevin Durant? Because I heard Stephen A. talking about Kevin Durant and not coming through, but that's not his game to wrestle with guys in the post for 6 dribbles. He goes quick. He's a much more effective scorer against smaller players. That's when he's at his best. 1 dribble pull-up or get to the rim. He was wrestling with guys in the post. They must have run 12, 15 ISO post-ups for Kevin Durant.
Dribble.
It did not come through. I just don't like their offense. I don't recognize it. This isn't a team that I have watched for the last 4 years.
Tim Legler, appreciate you, man.
Yep.